peanut butter, jelly. Peanut butter, jelly. Okay, so today's car talk is about food. Eating food. Letting children...
Why didn't you do apples and bananas?
Oh, I could. I like to eat apples and bananas. Okay.
But I don't like to eat. We're going to talk about kids who maybe don't like to eat certain foods or have an aversion or a texture or something like that.
Yep.
And hopefully, take my shades off. I look like a movie star.
Oh, you are.
There you go. Hopefully, well, I won't say hopefully. I'm the mother of a former picky eater. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
You had 3 kids. Were any of them picky?
Yeah.
And you had one with allergy,
I had one with
food
big
allergies.
Yep.
So, understandable that it can be difficult and you shouldn't be making 6 different meals for people. But when kids are at school and if you provide the lunch, sometimes it's a lunchbox thing. And this can relate to that too, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to be mindful of lots of different things that we'll talk about.
So one of the things is the teacher talk thing of 1 bite, please. Like just take
I've
one bite,
I've heard. We're gonna have a no thank you bite.
A no thank you bite.
And I'll tell you right now, if I was out for dinner with you tonight, like my friends, my adult friends, and somebody told me I had to take a no thank you bite of something that I was averse to, I'd be pissed. Like I wouldn't want that.
It's just
it's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
Leanne, here, you have to try this.
No thank you.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We need to
you're
pay
gonna
attention
make
to
me sad if you don't try this.
I think we need to look at the development of young children too, because let's face it, there are things you don't like when you're younger and you start to like and enjoy as you get older. And it has to do with your taste buds, first of all, right?
Like wine.
Oh, absolutely. When you're younger, you may not like wine.
I'm kidding.
But certain things you taste and you're like, oh, like maybe you're little and don't like broccoli, but as you get older, you start to like broccoli.
And broccoli, one of the reasons kids don't like it so much is the smell.
The smell.
And you know
the
how
texture.
sensory kids are. Exactly.
Yep.
Kids are very sensory. So a smell is going to put them off right away. The texture of something unfamiliar is going to put them off. And they have sensory issues or needs that are different. They're still developing taste buds. They're developing their mouth feel.
Yep.
And,
absolutely. And it certainly is different for young children. So for us to be like, it's delicious, and they're like, no, it isn't. It isn't for them. So we need to recognize that. The other thing too is when you think about young children food, sometimes you have all he wants to eat are crackers. All he wants to eat is apples.
And we know why.
We know why, because that cracker, that goldfish cracker, tastes the same every single time.
Correct.
Blueberries, maybe.
Well, we've seen that. Yeah, there's a great ad. Yep.
Blueberries don't always taste the same. Oranges might taste sour one day, may taste sweet another day.
Yeah, might be a little dried up one day.
Exactly.
Right. So they're unreliable.
Yeah, and
crackers
they're
are
not
reliable.
Sure. So it's like, I feel safe with a cracker. I know what it's going to taste like.
Yep.
And again, when you think about making children just take 1 bite, that's just, you said it.
Don't do it.
It's not okay.
I used to do something with my students where I would say, let's pretend we're all getting Chinese food. Okay. And I'll pay. Liam will pay for it. We're all going to get Chinese food. And I would go around the room with 25 people and say, what do you want? I'd write it on the board, and we'd have all this different Chinese food written on the board. And then I would say, if I take that order when it comes and I put a little bit on everybody's plate, so it's all fair and it's all the same and it's all equal, and I know what's best nutritionally, how many of you would be satisfied? And these are all adults. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. Because somebody would say, oh, I don't like lobster sauce. Somebody would say, I don't like lo mein, or I don't like shrimp, or I don't like whatever, But we do that to kids all the time. If you're serving food and you actually serve it onto their plate and they don't like it, they might not eat. I'm old. I don't like nuts at all. Nuts bother me. If you gave me a brownie with a nut on it, I wouldn't even eat the brownie around it.
Yeah.
And I'm old. A little kid, if they see something like Brussels sprouts on their plate or anything, it could be a carrot, anything they don't like, they might not eat anything because you put it on their plate. Let them decide what goes on their plate. Let them choose whether or not to put it on their plate.
A reminder as to how much food children actually need.
Exactly.
A child's stomach is as big as their fist. So when you think about it, sometimes we pile the food on and we're like, finish it.
My stomach's as big as my fist.
Two fists, yeah.
I get like Shaq's fist with most of my meals.
But you want to think about that. Like, they don't have to eat a ton of food, and sometimes, you know, we tend to pile the food on. So remember that too. Children are going to eat when they're hungry, and that's what we should expect from them. And we shouldn't be making them eat or taste or try things. We really shouldn't. We should let them do it.
We wouldn't do it to our adult friends, and we shouldn't do it to the little people that we care for either.
Adios.